hate this fucking stacked view too. This shit's ridiculous. Like,
Why am I on top?
oh my god. This is just for people to waste more time on their fucking phones. That's what this is for. This isn't for like serious podcasting and streaming. I don't feel like. I feel like this is just some fucking shit for people to fuck around
And I'm
with.
and
Get the
I'm
Zoom
stupid
thing.
when it comes to technology.
Uh, I mean, you should be able to jump. I don't understand why you can't just jump in from your phone on a live stream into our. Like, why I can't control this from the laptop? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I guess because everything's trying to go mobile now.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That's all they care about is putting you on your fucking phone. Oh, I fucking hate it. All right. Well, yeah, we'll have to do the Zoom thing. Because, like, even with this live, like, I can't see chat. I can't see anything. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
there's. Okay, I guess it'll show up at the bottom or it'll show up over top of us. I mean, nobody's watching right now anyway, but.
I need to try and find some earbuds real quick.
Yeah, I don't even think I have a. I don't even have a headphone jack. I mean, that would be better, obviously, because then you wouldn't get any feedback. But
What was that?
yeah, these things are gonna suck. All right, we'll have to try it again once we get the Zoom thing up. I mean, we know we can do this. This is like,
Yeah, at least we have something.
yeah, I can get a headphone adapter for this. What does that do? Oh, that just flips my camera around. Yeah, like totally. I have all this fucking shit, and it's like, oh no, you can't use that. You just got to do it all on your phone, because that's high quality entertainment coming from your phone.
Yeah, people don't understand how work it goes into it.
Nope. All right. Well, at least it's we can do this in a word in a pinch.
Right.
But I'll look into the Zoom thing and because it does say you can we can hook up through Zoom and then I can run Zoom through OBS and OBS is what runs into YouTube. So like I'm running all my gadgets into OBS and that's what's putting it onto YouTube. So I read that Zoom does work. You can do it. If we're using the free Zoom, it's only like 45 minutes though, so I'll have to see how much it costs and maybe I'll buy it so we can do these round
Okay.
table discussions more.
All right.
Because I think only one of us has to have Zoom, like the good version, like a paid
I
for
just
version.
downloaded it.
Yeah, and the free one's fine, but it only lets you do like 45 minutes at a time, and then it like cuts
Oh,
you off and you
okay.
have to start over again. So that would like interrupt the stream. So if we wind up going for like an hour, it's better to have it, have the unlocked version. I'll pay for it or something once I figure out how it all fucking works.
Yeah, if you need me to throw a few bucks your way, I can.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm sure Steph and we'll probably get one or two more people from remote to jump in. Like if we had 4 windows, that'd be great.
All right.
Steph and me will be in the same one from the booth. Have you in one and maybe one, two other people or something. So we have like 5 people on a stream. It's the way that do you listen to like Bloody Good Horror and horror movie talk and any of the podcasts?
Mhm. And I wish I was better off at technology so I could help you out more.
Oh, good. Do you listen to the podcast though? Have you listened to some of the podcasts like the Bloody Good Horror and stuff?
Yeah, well, I've listened to all the Terror Tuesdays that you've been doing.
Oh no, not ours. I'm saying
Oh,
other podcasts.
the only one I keep up with is Double Toasted.
Okay. Check out Bloody Good Horror and Horror Movie Talk. They're both on.
Oh,
Um,
no, wait, there's one more I keep up with. It's Talk Scary to Me.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I started watching that one, but they talk about sex more than they talk about movies, so I never listened to it. I'm like, I gotta
It's
get
hit
into
and
this.
miss with me.
check it out. But then as soon as because I love Danielle, of course, but they never talk about movies. I'm like, okay, can we talk movies now? I want some movie talk. I want a movie review or something. So,
No,
but
but
check out
the guy,
Bloody
the guys,
Bloody Good Horror is the best one, and that one they'll have like 4 or 5 people in like a round table discussion, and they do
uh,
segments and stuff like that. So that's a good one to listen to. And
um, Double Toasted does do stuff on YouTube as well,
okay,
and I've been following those guys since high school, and they just do movies in general,
right,
but they also do horror movies, and every once in a while they do like a bad movie roast where they'll just like make fun of a movie,
yeah,
and like they're the inspiration behind my reviews with some of the jokes and all that. So that's where my inspiration comes from.
okay. Um, well, I mean, I'll have to check them out and check out their format. The format of Bloody Good Horror is what
They get get people through Skype.
well, no, I don't mean that. I mean, like the program. Like they have a set. Like there's intro music. Then they
Mm-hmm.
introduce who's on the panel for the day. Then they do like they'll read the synopsis. Like that's what me and Steph, if you've seen, we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're still working out everything else, and it's trying to fucking do everything at once. But we're kind of basing it off that. So we have, then we'll start with like our first impressions and our non-spoiler stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like the cast and talk about the actors, and we'll do the writers and the directors and everything before we talk non-spoilers. And we do the synopsis, play the trailer, come back and do first impressions, pre-spoiler stuff. Then we try to introduce the poll. If we're doing a poll that week, we'll take a break and we'll introduce the poll. And each thing's going to have its own music, its own graphic, and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do Digging Deeper, which will be like the spoiler review, talking
All right.
kills, talking all that kind of stuff. So there is like and that's what it's like. It's not exactly how Bloody Good Horror does it, but they have their own. But that's how it's very much like a radio show, or like
Mm-hmm.
they're programming it, and there's specific segments that we're trying to hit. So, um, and like I said, I don't know if the one that if they do something similar, but Bloody Good Horror is kind of what they do a really good job of it, and they have people from all over the country who check in, and they have like rotating people too. So if like like if if we were going to do Renfield this week and Steph hasn't seen it, she would sit out, and we would have
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 other people, 6 other people that we could go to who at any given time could be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump in. So that's why we would do like introductions, and everybody gets like a minute at the beginning to give their general reviews, and then as you go deeper, the same thing. You kind of do like
Yeah.
a round table.
Um, how Double Toasted does it is it's mainly the same two guys, but they have like guests on the show, like either in the office with them or via Skype. Chris Stuckman was one of their guests once,
Nice. Yeah, yeah, I love.
and they usually don't spoil anything. They say what they like, they didn't like, they make jokes. If they want to spoil it, they'll do a separate one that says spoiler talk.
Yeah, yeah,
But I like their rating system, and we need a rating system like that.
yeah.
From worst
I'll
to
look into it and check it
best,
out.
it's a fuck you, some old bullshit, rental, matinee, full price, and then better than sex.
Nice, nice, nice. Um, yeah, the Bloody Good Horror guys also keep like a top 10 all year, and like as they review
Uh,
movies, they'll like bump ones off or replace.
mm-hmm.
They'll kind of they'll say like, oh, this one was making my top 10, it's bumping off this one. So they kind of
Okay,
keep
okay.
track of that stuff as well. So just fun little shit we can talk about to add to the fucking. We want to try and have an hour each podcast be 45 minutes to an hour. So
And in like the funner movies like Cocaine Bear and Renfield, we can make jokes at it and all that.
oh yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, go in. We do show prep a couple hours before the show, so Steph and I'll make notes and just have shit handy as to what we want to make sure, like points we make sure we want to hit on, what segment they would fall in, so that we make sure, okay, we're in fucking first segment. I wanted to make sure I had these points that I talked about, and That way we don't forget anything. Because we did it without anything and flying blind, and I was like, I fucking meant to bring that up, and I meant to fucking talk about that. I always forget shit, so I'm just like, I make a list and make sure everything's fucking
No, I can
there. I
always
take a
make
lot of
notes
this from
myself.
like, I take a lot of this from radio production, which I also went to school for at the same time I went to school for
Mhm.
video and film production. Audio was a whole
I
nother side, but
I just
effects and all
realized
that kind of shit. That's how you keep people kind of
I,
in
I just
tune.
realized I dressed up as Dickie Jr. and now I'm turning into little Ronin.
Yeah, the hair's growing.
I realized that when I saw a picture you posted, I'm like, why do we look so much alike?
And I got the glasses now too, as I can't fucking see.
So yeah, that I just thought that was funny.
Very good. All right. Well, I'll look into the Zoom thing. I already read a quick thing on how to do it, but we'll figure out one later when Steph's here too. We're
All
gonna
right,
watch.
just let me know when.
Yeah,
Um,
it's probably just a matter
I'm
of having
off on
Zoom run
Saturday.
OBS.
What'd you say?
I said it's probably just a matter of connecting like Zoom uh, into OBS,
Hmm.
like just putting it into a channel there.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually have somebody watching.
Is there a way to
Watching
tell
this
who it
awful
is?
crap. Yeah, I can see that up at the top. We've been live for 11 minutes and one human person watching us. This fucking place. Oh, I did just finish the putting up the second wall here in our studio. And spilled a whole bunch of shit everywhere. I'm still working on the other end of the room for all the blue. We got to do the floor. That's what those are. Those are the 3 sheets of plywood that'll be the blue floor to add to the one back there that's already painted.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And this is why I wish I lived close, so I can just go over there and start doing all this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to pay me.
I wish a bunch of the people that join us online live closer. Hey, Steph, how does it sound and look out there? Jesse is echoing. We're probably both echoing because uh, we don't have headphones hooked up, and this is on stupid phones, and there's no way to do this just simply through YouTube, through a laptop. It's fucking whack. Whack! It's fucking whack,
It
YouTube.
whack is crack.
No, I do not want any Brussels sprouts. Can you read the chat, Jesse, or no?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm
Okay.
echoing in Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, cool. So the guests can read the chat as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
I
echo is probably because as you speak, it's coming through my phone and going back in.
yeah, because I can hear myself echo when I talk, and from my end, your audio goes like loud and then quiet, and then loud and then quiet.
No, well, I mean, you sound fine to me, but it's what's going out onto YouTube that I'm worried about. So we'll have to figure out that as well. You probably have to figure out, like, plug in a headset with a mic,
Hmm.
earbuds with a
I have
mic.
one of those
You
over
have one
there.
that plugs into your phone. Yeah, that'll probably do it for you. I don't know why mine isn't buzzing, but at any rate, you'll have to do that even when we get to like Zooms if you're going to do them on
Hmm.
your phone, so that the audio doesn't come back through your phone and bounce back. Because that's what we were running. That's why I was echoing here on the microphone that
Hmm.
day, because it was going in through the mic and then into the soundboard and then going into the computer, out streaming, and then back into the computer, and then again, and it kept looping back in, picking up the microphone of the computer. Uh, no, Steph, that's not what we can do. We cannot have a guest join us through the computer. That's what I was just complaining about. Steph just said.
Yeah, even when he sent me the invite thing, he was asking me about the mobile apps.
Oh, asking if you had added or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it said when I clicked on the link, it took me to the help center, and it said if you got this, copy the link and put it in your search bar, and then that's how I popped up here.
Okay. Yeah, because I had to go into the app to like, and that's where Go Live Together is. It's just and it's a super simple button. They make it super simple for you to waste your fucking time on your phone. But God forbid you be able to do it through your super
And that's how they get
expensive
you. That's how they get you.
fucking through your super expensive streaming setup back there. Nah, you can't do that. For that, you
Yeah.
have to go through Zoom and then run that into your OBS and then run that through YouTube or Caster or one of those fucking streaming sites.
The only thing I can think of is Twitch, but we would both have to like look into that.
Yeah, I know the guys in Punky's mixtape do Twitch.
And I know Double Toasted does the same thing too.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I mean, we were on YouTube because we already have our subscribers reached to monetize. Now we're just trying to get either shorts or the viewing hours to the point where we can monetize.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can.
Yeah, and like I've been trying to spread the word locally as much as I can. There's HPUSA and Dicky Devil stickers all over the city.
That's great. Yeah, we put them up too around here. People just send me random pictures on stop signs and stuff. Yes, Steph, we can mess with this a little, but it just sucks that it's on the phone. I was looking it up, and you can zoom into OBS, so we can have a Zoom meeting into OBS.
Oh wait, no, Steph's here. We got to see what she thinks of us looking alike.
Do we look like brothers?
Went from Dickie Jr. to Little Ronin. I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, well, I guess you got the House of Wax shirt's cooler than my
Wait, what was that?
brothers. I got the Winchester brothers today.
I got House of Wax.
Yeah.
I love this shirt just because it has a naked periscope on the back.
Ah, that's awesome.
That's
Mine has, let me see this. Mine has tour dates on the back
that's a cool one.
of all the places where they set devil traps, I guess.
One of the companies I buy from a lot, they just did a green room bundle, and one of the shirts was like a fake tour shirt.
Oh, nice for the band. Shit,
Yeah,
that's
for the
right.
Ain't Rights.
What was the band's name in Green Room again? What the hell were they
The
called?
Ain't Rights.
That's right.
And I almost bought that one, but I bought the long sleeve because I wear those all the time.
In Texas, isn't it hot there?
Well, where I'm at, it's humid, but where I work, it's cold.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. You do like the third shift or something?
No, it's just freezing in the building.
Oh. Look for some of these cats.
Surprised mine haven't annoyed me yet.
Spike was fucking annoying the shit out of me when I was trying to get the stuff set up. But usually there's a bunch of them out here.
Newt, Goblin.
There's Ringo back there. Ringo's still here. There he is.
Usually they come back home.
What's up, dude?
Goblin. Hey, let me see where she went.
Rotate device. It gets really mad when I rotate my damn phone. It really wants me to keep it erect. Hey, what's up, Nix?
No, the big one was being difficult.
My little girl just came home. She's been out running around all day. All right, we're going back in, dude. Come on. All right, I'm going in, Ringo. one of the street cats.
Mhm.
Ashy Slashy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll see. Oh, unicorn shirt. Yeah. I have a unicorn shirt too somewhere. It says Hail Satan on it. It's a rainbow unicorn. All right. Well, we can wrap up. Thanks to whoever tuned in and watched, and Steph gave us some feedback. Somebody else was watching. We'll get this shit
Thankful to
figured
whoever that
out.
was.
Yeah.
Going up. Platinum
It's fucking mess
YouTube
now.
platinum.
What's that?
What?
What'd you say?
I said 2 people moving on up. Platinum YouTube platinum.
Right. Yeah. One day we're gonna hit double digit watchers, viewers, whatever
Mhm.
they're fucking called.
Fingers crossed that'll be soon, and then double, then triple.
Right. All right. Well, have a good rest of your night, dude. I'm gonna go watch Cocaine Bear so we can review it tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a bunch of new movies I need to watch that people recommended to me.
Nice.
I just watched Happy Death Day 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. I was watching. I gotta finish watching it. That new Slumber Party Massacre.
I have it. I haven't. It's been a minute though.
It's on. It's on Shutter. So
Wait.
it's like super
Yeah.
girl power. Yep.
I just saw it at Walmart, and I was like, "There's a remake."
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was either. I guess it was Sci-Fi Channel who did it too.
They've been surprisingly good
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the Leprechaun sequel and the Critters sequel.
yeah, yeah.
They even brought D. Wallace back.
Yeah.
And then the last one I watched was Mad God and Nightmare Cinema.
Mad God's on. I watched I just turned the Shutter channel on when I go home to go to sleep. So sometimes I'll just.
Have you ever seen Nightmare Cinema?
Uh-uh.
So it's an anthology series, and each segment's done by a different director. Joe Dante, Mick Garris, David Slade. I can't pronounce his name, but the director of Dawn of the Dead, and then the director of Midnight Meat Train. And it's about people who go into this movie theater that shows them their fears, and the projectionist or the host is Mickey Rourke.
Oh Jesus! What year is this?
Um, think it 2019.
Oh wow!
It's on Tubi and Shudder.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to look for it on Shutter then. Puffy face Mickey Rourke.
Oh yeah, no, he's barely in it, but he was
Okay.
actually good in it. And then I found out that he showed up in his own costume.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh
he
man.
wears like this unbuttoned leather jacket all the way down with a leg brace. And Mick Garris he just showed up like that. But that one was an interesting one. Some of the shorts were really good. Others were kind of meh.
Yeah.
I really like the David Slade one
That's
because
usually
I
how
just
anthologies go. Some of them are good, and some of them are.
mhm. The Joe Dante one was the most forgettable one.
Was it? Yeah, see,
It was just a spoof on the Twilight Zone episode where the girl has surgery and then she takes it off and she's deformed.
yeah.
Now the David Slade one was I liked that one because it was just weird. And then the Mick Garris one just kind of went on too long. Yeah, all about this kid who died, but he came back to life, and he can see ghosts.
And what
But
is?
the guy who killed him is trying to kill him in the hospital.
And is Mickey Rourke like the host? He's the projectionist.
Yeah,
Showing the thing. Okay. So he like.
I want to
pops
try
up
and find a snippet of his introduction because I want to say that as that's my dream job because of all this. And he says, "I'm the projectionist of 100 years of nightmares trapped within the silver screen."
Yeah, nice.
And my oldest movie's from 1915.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like I said, if there's something in particular you're looking for, I can probably find it in here. I alphabetized it.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, and even before I met you, yeah, I had it before I met you.
Oh, well, I apologize.
Now, the first time I saw it, I was just like, it's so dark.
God, yeah, that was a choice they made on the set on the fly. They were just like, we were in there, and on the day we started shooting, the director was like, "Yeah, we're gonna turn off all the lights and just shoot with handheld flashlights everywhere. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. It's gonna add to the atmosphere." And I was like, "It's gonna add to people getting hurt." Jesus Christ! And like first day of shooting, somebody got hurt, and the second day, Kane showed up and came to me and was because he's a stunt coordinator and was like looking at me like I was an asshole because he was like, "Yeah, I heard somebody got hurt on your first day," and I was like,
uh,
"Of course," because I already knew like he was like, "Who the fuck?" He was already asking people like who the fuck I was because he was booked. I'd never worked with him at this point, and he was looking at the call sheet and he's like, "Who the fuck is Jay Green? Who the fuck is this guy? Who's this stunt coordinator?" And he asked around, and a couple people told him, I guess, who some people that I'd worked with. And then when he finally showed up to set, what had happened, and I had to explain to him what had happened. It was not my fault. He's like, "Hey, you got your star hurt the first day of shooting?" I was like, "No, I did not." So we rehearsed, and there was this scene where Les comes running out as the lights are going out, the prison break's happening, and that scene where Les grabs the girl and puts her up against the wall with the tongue and all that shit, and she shoots him in the gut. Um, we were shooting that, so they're running down the hallway. It's totally dark, and Les is in one of the cells, and there's a camera that's with them running down the hallway that's tracking them as they're running this way. Les is coming this way. There's a cameraman in the cell over Les's shoulder. Now we rehearsed this thing, so there's three actors running this way, followed being chased by inmates, and a camera going this way. And Les is coming out this way and grabbing the girl. She's the third one, so he knows to come out. I'm sorry, no, he's the second. She's the second one. He comes out and grabs her, and the guy is still behind her as she's fighting with him. So we rehearse this 10 times over and over and over again. Every time works perfect. No problem. Lights on, no problem. Lights out, no problem. Everything works great. We go to shoot one, and all of a sudden, the cameraman who's over Les's shoulder decides that he's going to follow Les out into the hallway. And walks out into the hallway behind Les on a live take, and nobody can see him. And the fucking actor runs face first into the camera and like hit his head on the camera and was just like, "What the fuck?" And like, and we're all like, "Holy shit, what the fuck just happened?" And I was like, and that's what happened. Like, and the next day, Kane comes to me like, "What happened? How'd you get your act?" And I was like, "Man, we did 10 rehearsals and that cameraman never moved from the doorway. I don't know why on the live shot, on the first fucking take, the cameraman decides to run out, but he made me look like a fucking asshole and got our fucking star hurt on the very first day." And I was, and right from then on, I was like, "This is going to be a fucking shit
you probably saw a spider on that one day.
show." Something. He probably just was like, "Oh, if I follow him out, I can get a really cool push-in shot." Tell the rest of us that, moron. Because there's
But you
people
should know
waiting
the
in the
camera's
fucking dark.
following him.
Right, there's people running in the dark. How do you not like? Yeah, it was bad. But Kane wound up being super cool after that. After I explained it to him, he hung out with the stunt guys more than he was on. Like he wasn't Like it was him and Ari Mihailoff some days, just the two of them hanging out with the stunt guys all day, or just Kane hanging out with the stunt people all day. That was it.
I've yet to personally meet him
Oh
because of
yeah.
all the cons I go to. He's always there, but there's always like those few people who never make appearances.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to them for a second.
Yeah, well, Kane's line's always super long too. Was the other reason. Like,
Oh yeah, no. When I met Tony Todd, he was right next to Kane, and there was this long line, and my dad gets in line, and he's like, "Is this the line for Tony Todd?" And we're like, "No, this is for Kane Hodder. Tony's over there." And there was 4 people in his line.
yeah, sounds about right. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we did a convention for Death House right when we screened it, and Kane was there, and and Tony Todd was there as well. Sid was there. Um, but yeah, the line for Kane was ridiculous. It was
I think the most obscene line I've ever seen was Robert England
oh yeah.
or Clive Barker.
Wow, yeah. I don't see you don't see Clive at many conventions. That's probably
Well, no, I got to meet him, and I had a VIP pass, so
why.
I got
Nice.
to skip the line, but I still had to wait 2 hours
Jesus.
because he was off doing something, and he comes back and he trips and lands on me, and I caught him, and I'm like, oh my god, you're alright. He's like, oh, thank you, thank you. And then he walks off, and so I'm sitting there turning into 14-year-old me, like, I'm about to shit a fucking brick. But funniest interactions I've ever had was either Matthew Lillard, David Arquette, because David Arquette was those two guys were plastered.
Oh. I'm not
Like
surprised.
at this convention, they had an after party and they had karaoke there,
Oh man.
and David Arquette was just gone. He had a plastic cup in one hand, microphone in his other hand, hair down in his face, and he's like deep throating the mic, singing "Bulls on Parade." So when I saw Scream 5, I'm like, dude, you look just as bad as you did 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
And then I met Brad Dourif in the bathroom. That was a fun conversation. I just turned around, walked right into him, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Brad Dourif, how you doing?" And he like shakes my hand. He goes, "Hey, man, how you doing? I gotta go take a leak."
I once hustled a stunt coordinator in the bathroom. I was on set working as an extra on this movie they were shooting in Philly, and it was the only time I could get close to him. So I took one day as an extra on it, where I knew they would have stunts working, and I was like, all right, I kept my resume and everything with me, and I hadn't gotten near him all day, and I just went in to take a piss, and I'm sitting there, and he literally walks to the stall next to me, and I'm just like, just the man I'm here to see. Nice laugh. Luckily, I had worked for somebody he knew, so when I introduced myself, I was like, here's my resume. He looked at it, he's like, oh, okay, you know Jeff. How was it working for Jeff? And okay, yeah. So once we had a mutual, he was cool. But yeah, at first he was looking at me like, you hustling me in the pisser, dude? Okay. I really want the job, man. Want me to shake it off for you? No, I won't do that. Hey, what's up, Justin?
The only other like crazy interaction I had with somebody was at the same convention, and the convention set up like a giant rectangle, and at the very end there's a hallway, and that's where the bathrooms were. So I come around the corner, and this little girl like bumps into my chest. She falls down, and I pick her up. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, yeah, I'm okay." I'm like, and then she like walks past my shoulder, and I just hear screaming behind me, and I turn around, and I realized it was Sophie Lillis from It and Dungeons and Dragons that ran into my chest because they had all the kids from It there that year.
Oh, nice.
And good luck going on that side of the place because they were right next to Ron Perlman, so it was just a wave of people.
Yeah, Justin, we know Jesse's echoing. Steph was in earlier and kind of gave us the info. Now we're just kind of bullshitting. We have to get some more hardware attached here.
Yeah,
Use the echo.
it's like one of the first times we've actually like talked instead of playing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
All right,
it.
I'm gonna log out and I'm gonna get something to eat. People aren't gonna want to listen to us echo anyway, but we will figure this out better for next time. I gotta feed these cats too.
All right, just let me know when.
Yep. All right, brother. Peace.
Love, peace, and bacon grease.